It was
Don't be sorry.
textbook OPI. It was textbook OPI. He
Was it?
extended both arms. Yes, it was. Watch the clip, dude. Quinyon Mitchell fell back, and then he went to grab him. Like it was so OPI. I don't even know like why people are mad about that.
Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistad, glad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 77. We got the Sixers, we got the Eagles, and we got some Legos in Sistad's background. So we're going to work with that. A lot of stuff to talk about. New York and Philly sports, busy time of year, the fall. Fun time of year in sports. We're going to talk about the Eagles destroying the New York Giants. We'll talk about the Jets getting a win. I have a take that you're going to love, man. You're going to love my Jets take.
Can't wait.
You're going to agree with it mostly, and it's going to inspire you.
Okay.
I don't know about anyone else, but yeah.
Okay. What else we got?
What else? Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is very upset with Dombrowski, and Yankee fans seem to think that because there's some Bryce Harper trade rumors that it must involve the Yankees. And then you got the Knicks and the Sixers. They started their seasons. We can touch on that. I know you're very excited about VJ Edgecombe. A little bit overreaction here from you, so we'll get into that.
Always knew he'd be good, man. Loved
right.
The pick from day one.
So, let's start with the Eagles and the Giants, because this is anyone that's followed this podcast before in the past knows you got Sistad's number one team, the Philadelphia Eagles. His number two rooting interest is hating on the New York Giants and their fans. It comes before the rest of his Philadelphia teams. So, you got the best of both worlds. You got the Eagles win, the Giants lose to the Eagles. All the Giants fans that were so excited and happy after that Week 6 win, they've come back to earth. What are they, 2-6 now?
Yes.
Season's over. But we're going to get to it. I know after we talk about this game, I do want to talk about, or maybe you want to start off with it. I know you're very upset about how the Giants look, how the Giants with Jackson Dart look going forward. So we can talk about that now, or you want to talk about the game first?
Let's talk about the game first, then we can get into it. Yeah.
Dominant win. What'd you think?
Great. Feeling amazing. What a difference 2 weeks makes. As you can recall, I was very down on sports 2 weeks ago, not wanting to do anything, watch anything, talk about anything, and now I've done a complete 180, and I'm very happy. Yes, the Eagles got a dominant win over the team that I hate more than anything, sports-wise, and it was great, and I really, really needed to see that. That was exactly what the doctor ordered for me personally. They completely dominated. It was the first game this year that they dominated their opponent. It was actually, believe it or not, the first time that they had outgained their opponent yardage-wise all season long, even though they were 5-2 up until that point. So, just a great game. They came out, they executed. It looked like the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. They dominated both lines of scrimmage. They were pushing guys around. They finally got the run game going. Saquon's best game of the year by far. Saquon goes out. They still were able to run the ball very effectively. They passed the ball very well. Hurts was extremely efficient, made really good decisions. Took a couple of bad sacks, but other than that, it was as close to a perfect game for them in all phases that you could ask for. And I feel great because, they needed that. Just, obviously going 6-2 heading into the bye week is 1,000 times better than 5-3 with 2 divisional losses to the same team going into the bye week. So 6-2, second best record in the NFC, and like what gets me most excited is, of course, how they played was awesome, but they got some reinforcements coming, because as good as they've been the last 2 weeks, they've been pretty injured on, like, a lot of units were missing some key players. Offensive line, the starting center was out yesterday. Obviously, A.J. Brown was out yesterday. They're still very thin at defensive edge. They're going to get Nolan Smith back. They'll get Brandon Graham back. The secondary was very injured. So hopefully everybody is good and ready to go by the time the bye week is up. But I'm feeling great, man. I'm super happy. I really needed that after, 2 weeks ago, just how down bad I was, as the kids say. But yeah, I feel great. I think it was awesome, and I'm actually like excited. I'm excited to have a bye week here, but I'm like very excited to watch them again. When I wasn't really feeling that after Eagles games, even when they won, it was like, all right, well, they won, but they just, they weren't a very fun watch at times. So that's Eagles brand of football. Hopefully they're rounding into form here. And what do I always say? I always say, hey, if you can go 3-1 each month, then you're in really good shape. And even though, they didn't go 3-1 this month, but that's what they're on pace for. They're 6-2. The one thing that does, not to go too far into the future, but I told you this on the phone earlier today. I'm not like super comfortable yet division wise. And I know people are going to think that's crazy, but the Cowboys are, I think, 2.5 games behind them at this point. The Cowboys have an extremely easy schedule coming up. And the Eagles have a very, very difficult schedule coming up. So although the lead is pretty cushy right now, things could obviously change over the course of the next couple weeks, as we just saw.
I was just about to look up the Cowboys schedule, but whatever. It doesn't. I don't want to go too far into that. You forgot a couple things, but first I wanted to ask you. You mentioned you thought Jalen Hurts had a good game. If you had a guess, I'm assuming you haven't seen this. Where do you think he ranks? You don't need to give me an exact. I wouldn't expect you to guess it exactly, but in CPOE for Week 8, like top 5, top 10, top 15. What do you think?
I'm going to say number 2.
Wow, that's a good guess. Number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And this is obviously going to the Monday night game, so it doesn't, count Patrick Mahomes. That will probably be towards the top there. But yeah, Jalen Hurts plus 12.6 CPOE, number 3 in the NFL in Week 8. So
yeah, it looked like it too. I mean, he looks, and this week and last week he's been awesome. He looks very much in control. They look like they actually have, and look, hand up for me, they look like they actually have like real game plans the past 2 weeks, as opposed to, the first couple months of the year where, believe me, I've ripped the offensive coordinator up and down, as everybody knows, but the past 2 weeks he's done right. Still my fantasy football team name is Kevin Patullo.
Can you change it? Retain Kevin Patullo? No.
Maybe
that'd be funny. That'd be funny at some point.
Well, if they win the Super Bowl again, I just, my fantasy football team name is always Fire, and then whoever the coach of the Eagles is. But obviously, I couldn't say Fire Nick Sirianni because they just won the Super Bowl, so I had to just. And we all love Vic Fangio, so Patullo was, he was unfortunately the guy. But anyway, I think he's done a really good job of calling plays, of mixing up. He's trying to have a balanced attack, and they've gotten some creative plays off, especially in the red zone. They have been really, really good in the red zone, and a lot of that is play design. Obviously, a lot of it's execution, but it seems like they always have something really cool, really creative dialed up for the red zone. So I can't knock him. I have nothing negative to say.
I do. I do. Can we? I have something negative to say. Can we talk about the real reason why they won that you're ignoring?
Sure.
The officials.
Oh, stop! Don't tell me.
No, you
those,
stop,
dude. Oh, stop!
Hold on a second.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I hope you have video, because I will pick it apart. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
They blew the whistle way too early. That was a fumble. It should have been a fumble. They blew the whistle way too early.
You want to know something? You want to know something?
Yeah, I do.
I agree.
Of course you agree.
I
Everyone
totally
agrees. I knew you would agree with that.
Well, what's interesting about that is like they didn't blow the whistle too early. Like Thibodeau had the ball in his hand and was on the ground already by the time they blew the whistle. It wasn't as if.
Oh, I thought they blew the whistle. I wasn't okay.
No. But they awarded forward progress when they like definitely should not have. So
no, definitely should not have, because if that's at the goal line and he makes that extra move and is in the end zone, that counts as a touchdown.
Of course. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so totally. You agree. Okay, so then what's the issue?
Oh well. I mean, all the Giants fans. No
dude,
surprise
I'm joking.
Here, but they're all.
I'm joking when I say that the officiating is why they lost. They won the game. Obviously, that was a joke.
I know, but you know, it's a big. Again, you can't give the Giants fan base enough credit because they're definitely all blaming the officials today.
You mean give them you can't give them enough fuel? You're saying
no.
Don't add on to their because they're all very angry at the official.
Yes, they're all very angry at the officials, as if the officials gave up 264 yards of rushing. Dude, so I don't know how much of the game you watched, but people are up in arms about this. So there's
I saw the whole game.
You saw the whole game. So everyone's very mad about the tush push play, which again I'll give you. It doesn't really change the outcome of the game because the Eagles thoroughly dominated them on.
Well, you don't know what happens. That's early in the game where you don't really know what happens. It was a bad call. Sure.
You know what else was a big missed call before that?
Yeah.
When Nakobe Dean got tackled to the ground as Dart was throwing a touchdown pass to Cam Scatterbo. So they didn't call that. Can we call it even now?
Nah, he fell.
Oh, he got tackled. Fell. Stop it. Also, so everyone's very mad about the OPI call, which, like, I'm sorry. It was textbook
Don't be sorry.
OPI. It was textbook OPI. He extended both arms. Yes, it was. So tell me how
he more
was like the best corner in the league. No, he extended.
You can't make
both arms. He extended his one arm, and then he extended the other, and then everyone's. So the clip that's going around Twitter today is there's a picture of Quinyon Mitchell grabbing Slayton's shirt, and you can see because like the shirt is very much stretched out.
They were doing that before he pushed off. Yes.
Right, no, but the picture that everybody has is him after he gets pushed off, and like he's trying to grab him because he just pushed him. Like, sorry, Quinyon, like, watch the clip, dude. Quinyon Mitchell doesn't just magically fall 2 steps behind somebody. Like, that just doesn't happen. So the arms got extended. Quinyon Mitchell fell back, and then he went to grab him. Like, it was so OPI. I don't even know like why people are mad about that. Again, because they're Giants fans and they're dumb. But like,
hold on a second.
You want to get mad at the tush push, the fumble. I'm with you. Get mad at that. I would be furious. But don't get mad at the OPI call because plays like that happen literally all the time. So officials make bad calls. Officials blow calls. Officials don't give up 264 yards rushing.
The basis of your defense of that offensive pass interference call can't be, well, Quinyon Mitchell, that wouldn't happen to him. He's too good. Like that's not why it's not a penalty. Like he wouldn't lose 2 steps. He's too good. No, that's not a defense.
Well, that plus the fact that his arms were extended into Quinyon Mitchell's body is more so the argument. I think it was context to the argument.
I think it's arguable because what you're saying, he did push off, but there was a lot of like hand wrestling leading up to that. So that's a call.
You can't extend your arm, dude. It's like it's like in basketball. If you're going and you extend your arm when you're pushing your defender away, that's an offensive foul. It's the exact same concept.
But if there's contact before that, you could have arguably said there's a defensive pass interference or holding before that. That led up to that offensive pass interference.
No, but like you said, that's hand fighting. They're physical, but once you extend the arms,
he didn't really extend the arms.
He did.
He extended the shoulder. Okay. He extended the shoulder, not really the arms.
How do you extend your shoulder? Your shoulder does not move.
Bumped it. He used his shoulder to bump him off.
Oh my god! I'm going to screenshot the hell out of this and send it to you, and you're gonna realize how wrong you are.
Am I?
Yes. But you're not going to care, and you shouldn't. It's not a big deal.
I care a lot. I care a lot. I want you to acknowledge that the Eagles won because of the officials.
Yeah, okay.
The Eagles cheated. They cheated. You cheated.
Dude, can I tell you what my favorite part of the game was yesterday? Oh,
Yeah.
so you know me. I don't celebrate till the clock hits 0.
Even then, you don't celebrate till they're walking off the field handshakes.
Yep. Sometimes you never know. So best part of the day, I think the Eagles were up 11 at this point. I think it was 24-13. I'm not sure if it was in the late. I think it was the second play of the fourth quarter. So the fourth quarter just started. They're up 11, so the game's like it's still like within reach. I mean, it's a comfortable lead, but it's you still are very much in control of the game at that point. So Hurts takes that like monster sack near midfield, and it goes from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 31. And now you're thinking, oh God, like they're going to get the ball back. If they come down the field and score again, it's going to be, a 4-point game. And, the game could have been in the balance. So it's 2nd and 31, and they hand it to Tank Bigsby, and he just gets all the yards back and gets this insane tough yardage first down. And that was the first time I like exhaled and was like, all right, we're good. They're back. They're clicking. And I felt good, and I've been excited ever since. But that was my favorite part of the favorite play of the day.
I'm not surprised by that actually. All right. So I came onto the pod ready to give you a hard time about those calls, even though obviously I don't think that's the story of the game at all. I was just messing with you.
Okay. You got me.
Yeah, I did get you.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got me
you're not
fired
one
up.
Of those. You're not one of those.
Well, again, look, it's okay to get mad when officials blow calls, but if this game, it's different if it was a 3-point game decided by a very late questionable call, but it's like it wasn't a close game. Like it's not James Bradbury getting a holding call in the Super Bowl with a minute to go. It's like you got smoked all day up and down the field. So you can cry about the officials.
They got dominated. They got absolutely dominated because the Eagles are a much better team. Officials
were bad on both sides of the ball. Again, there's plenty of stuff that I could pull up from the Eagles' vantage point that could say otherwise. So
okay, so Eagles beat the Giants. You're very happy. You hate the Giants.
Yes,
but there's another takeaway that you have that is very negative and for you and very positive about the Giants. So, what is your takeaway from the Giants that you told me earlier that all of our audience has to hear?
Yeah, whatever the opposite of a silver lining is what I would describe this as. I think so. I can't be that mad. I really can't. The Giants they've been so bad. They've been so bad for so long, and it's been really nice. It's been great, but I really fear that they are going to be like scary good when they build a team around this Dart kid. Man, this dude is like really really good, like scary good, like Mahomes-esque, like Josh Allen-esque. I mean, some of the plays this dude was making, specifically on 3rd down, like he was, what do they say about Mahomes? They call it Mahomes magic. Like that's what this kid was doing to them yesterday. And he did it to them 2 weeks ago when they played up in New Jersey. And his ability he's just really good. He's very athletic. He's quick. He makes pretty good decisions. He throws in a very accurate ball. He's tough. I mean, the one knock that you can have on him is he's probably not like, he probably runs a little bit too hard sometimes to like the point where he's gonna get himself hurt. But my God, dude, some of these 3rd down plays this kid was making. I mean, the Eagles could have won that game 45-10. But and he really extended some drives. He had some back-breaking scrambles. Just a couple of really, really impressive plays. And I know I said this a week or two ago, but he is playing with the worst group of skill positions in the National Football League and a bad offensive line. So it's like when they put a team around this kid, when they get Neighbors back, like I really genuinely think that they are going to be a problem. And I've seen Giants quarterbacks. I didn't think Eli Manning was very good. He was fine. Daniel Jones, not very good. I mean, this dude is really good, and he's only in his fourth or fifth start in the NFL,
Yep.
and I think he's just got a lot. His ceiling is extremely high.
I agree with that. Yeah.
If I was a Giants fan, which I never would be, but they're going to be really good for a really long time. And to make matters worse for me, their remaining schedule is also like brutal. It's a murderer's row.
They're going to finish with the top five.
Entire NFC, so they still got to play the entire NFC North. Like they are still going to get a very high draft pick this year, and they're going to get Neighbors back, and they're going to have Dart going into year 2 where he's going to be that much better, and they're going to be scary next year. So people who hate the Giants, enjoy this while you can, because I don't know that it's going to last too much longer. Again, it's been like 10 years of this, so you can't be too mad. They were going to get good at some point, and it looks like I think that time might be very soon, unfortunately.
I think Dart has shown the skill and the ability for the ceiling that you're talking about. To say that they're in a great position and they're going to be great for a long, that's a stretch. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that have played a few good games as a rookie and then didn't look the same. Kyler Murray looked amazing as a rookie. There's a lot of examples. Plus, you still need to build a good team around him, and that's not a sure thing. But I do understand your concern that they are pointing in the right direction because Dart does look good. I do agree. Oh, what about the Scadaboo injury? What'd you think?
It was gruesome. It was horrific. I feel bad for the guy.
Dancing, right?
No,
celebrating.
I was not dancing. No, I certainly was not. I mean, I'm not like a big Scadabo fan, just because he plays for a team that I hate. Obviously, you don't want to see people get hurt, especially in ways that are like that.
Not a serious injury like that. Yeah, like if you're rooting against a team like someone like has a minor.
No, that's not cool,
dude.
That's not cool.
Don't lie.
No, but I mean. No, I was gonna say, something along the lines of, I should have put out a tweet saying, "Oh, Scadabo, we wanted to beat you at your best, and we respect you because you're such a competitor," all that stuff. The Ben Stiller, Jason Tatum tweet comes to mind, but no, I mean, It sucked. He had been playing very well for them, and he and Dart were like the lifeblood of that team. They energized everybody, and people really seem to like playing with those guys. And it just sucks for the kid. Kid's dad was in attendance, and I just imagine as a father watching your kid get carted off with that just awful injury. So, hopefully, I know he had surgery last night. Sounds like that was successful. Hopefully that went well. And hopefully he can come back for training camp next year. I don't know, but it's funny. Somebody asked me today, somebody who's like just kind of getting into football, someone I work with, asked me is he ever going to be the same? And I was like, I don't know. It looked
probably
that bad. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, he's young enough, but I don't know. I mean, it looks like one of the things that could be career altering, maybe not career ending, but could certainly slow you down a half a step. And sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. Well, he's out for the rest of the year, so we'll see we'll see what happens when he gets back. But I agree with the overall take. Giants look good for the future mainly because of Dart, but there's a lot to go and a lot roster to build before I would say that they're actually in a good position. But talking about being in a good position, are you ready to talk about the next team that I have a strong take on? It's going to be inspiring to you.
Hit me.
The New York Jets Gang
The New
Green
York Football Jets
won 39-38. They won their first game of the season. They're 1-7, and you would think at 1-7 that I'd say, who cares? It's just a win, right? I don't really care. This team sucks. But that's not my take.
Mm.
I got to tell you something. Watching Justin Fields play was the way he played after the owner Woody Johnson made comments criticizing his play. The mental fortitude he showed. He is the future of the New York Jets. Justin Fields went out there and balled. He is everything you want in your quarterback. He's everything you want as a player that plays in New York.
Yeah.
Bryce Hall, not only does he run for 130 plus yards and 2 touchdowns, he throws the game-winning touchdown. I mean, Bryce Lightning. Mason Taylor was the thunder to his lightning. What a catch. What a win. And this defense, they may have given up 38 points. They may have given up 500 yards of offense.
To the backup.
They may have given up 94 yards to Samaj Perrine and 73 rushing yards to Christian Brown, and they may have given up a 3rd and 12 scramble to Joe Flacco. But when they needed a stop, they showed who they were. They got the stop. I mean, that is just an incredible, gutsy win. That is, and people will say they're 1-7. 1-7 teams never made the playoffs. I just look at that and say they are due. This team is going to go on a run. You're laughing. They're going to finish 10-7. They're going to go into the playoffs. They're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl, and this game sparked them. And Woody Johnson, I never realized this. He's a genius. He sparked the team. They won this game without Garrett Wilson, without Sauce Gardner. They're going to get these guys back. Jets, Jets. I can see it now. The season has been turned around. I am so pumped.
He's fired up.
All right. I'm fired up.
All right. Yeah. I love it. Yes.
I forgot something. I'm sure I forgot something. Yeah. Everyone. Great game. The offensive line. Dominant.
Yes.
I mean, 39 points on this elite Bengals defense. Elite.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Was that good?
That was good, man. Good. You feel good?
I wish the Jets were actually good. I can actually get excited about them. That's the most excited I've been about the Jets in, I guess, since
2013.
I guess, since before going to last season.
Well, congrats, man! The last team to get a win in the NFL gets their win. Where are we at with our bet? So, you had Philadelphia winning more games than the Jets and Giants combined. Yes,
and
it's
6-3.
Yes,
it's 6-3.
Oh man, it's heating up, dude. It is heating up.
Oh my God, I haven't watched any Jets content. I assume people aren't actually like excited, right? Like, have you seen anything? Are people actually excited?
I don't think so. No, I think you have the portion of Jets fans that are just mad because now you're, flirting with not potentially getting the number 1 overall pick. But I think it's okay to be excited, and you're still in position for the number 1 overall pick. I don't. Obviously, you're being sarcastic. I don't think that they're going to.
I forgot something.
Go on a hot win streak here.
I forgot something. Damn it! I left something out in my little.
Oh
bit.
man!
It was about I was about the post game speech. I forgot about the post. I was going to say how he said, "I love this team. I love you guys." Like, something about that, and how he loves them. He believes in them.
You know what? This team is perfect this team is New York tough. All right.
This is New York tough. We start on 1-7 and we don't give up. We keep fighting.
Oh man, Justin Fields, what a story. Good for them. I did not watch a lick of that game when you said that Joe Flacco ran for a first down on 3rd and 12.
He did.
That's amazing.
3rd and 12.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you. I'm sure you weren't making that up, but yeah, that is hilarious, and I need to look that up.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, good for them, dude. Good for them. They did it.
I have a funny story about this game.
Sure.
I had the Bengals as the fourth leg of a parlay, and I won the other three legs.
Oh no! So you were rooting for?
I was rooting for the Bengals. Of
Oh
course.
man.
Of course, I gave up on the season bet against the Jets and they win.
Oh man, that's too good. Sorry, dude.
All right, let's move away from football. It was a fun week 8. Oh, we got Eagles bye, we got a Jets bye, and who are the Giants playing next week?
I don't know. Someone tough, I think. I think their schedule. Are they at the Bears next week?
Giants are home against the Niners.
Oh yes, that's right.
Tough game.
Tough game.
They're gonna lose. All right. Let's move on to bigger and better stuff. Or I don't want to say better stuff, or bigger, but different stuff.
Okay.
We got some Bryce Harper news. We got a little Bryce Harper drama going on. Bryce Harper, a free agent signing for the Philadelphia Phillies. What year did they sign him again? 2019?
2019. Yep.
And then the Nats went on to win the World Series.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Who could forget?
He's been a great Philly, right? You agree? Overall, great Philly?
Without a doubt. Yep.
Yeah. He's on his way to the Hall of Fame. He's been a superstar player in baseball for a long time. Came up with all that hype. The cover of Sports Illustrated, and has pretty much lived up to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So he had a little bit of a down season, had some injuries. The last couple of years, he's really lost some of. He's lost his power, but he's still like high on base, still really productive player. But he's had some injuries. He's lost his power, and then they asked Dombrowski, the general manager, what he thought of Harper's season, and he said he was. I don't remember exact words, but it was something like he was good, but he wasn't, he wasn't great, or he didn't play up to his level. And then he like pondered if he'd ever get back there. Which, do you think that was said intentionally to try to like motivate him, or do you think he was just answering a question honestly?
I actually think that he was on the phone with Woody Johnson, and
they're talking how to inspire players.
Yes, they were talking about how to inspire their star players, and obviously it worked in Woody's case, but we'll see what happens with the case with Bryce Harper. Motivational.
Yeah, motivational.
No, I think he was just answering it honestly. I mean, everything I've seen from him, he seems to be like a pretty honest, straightforward guy. I don't really remember too many moments of kind of backtracking and saying, "Oh, like you said this, and now you're lying." Like, I feel like you could do that about a couple. Like, you could probably do that with like someone like Daryl Morey. But yeah, I don't recall a time. I don't see why I wouldn't give him the benefit of the doubt in a press conference here. And I think what he said about Harper was kind of true. I mean, as much as we all Philadelphia loves Bryce and he's been awesome and he's been great, but yeah, the past 2 years have been pretty bad for
his
Phillies
standard.
fans. Exactly for what we expect from Bryce Harper. And maybe it's not really fair, but the first few years in Philadelphia, he was awesome. He won an MVP. And the past 2 years, he hasn't been. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just the guy's been in baseball for so long. Like, he's only 33, but he's been in the major since he's 19. So he's really, in baseball years, probably closer to 40. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he was just being honest. I think it was true what he said, and I don't really know what to go. I don't think they're going to trade him or anything. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they get like blown away with an offer. But
let's talk about that. Because then Harper gets asked about it, and he's recently gets asked about trade rumors, and he's like, I've given everything to Philadelphia. I don't know why I'd be in trade rumors, things like that. Essentially, right? Paraphrase.
Yeah.
Not happy about it. Now, I have a couple things I'm unsure about this situation. One is, these are just rumors by like fans and media people, because Dombrowski said what he said, Harper said what he said. And because, like you said, I think you said Ruben Amaro, and there's been some other noise about the Phillies maybe potentially trading away some current big contracts. And if you think about their current big contracts, unless you consider Casty as a big contract, who we talked about in this pod, he has no trade value. You're talking Nola, Wheeler, Harper, Trey. So I don't know why you would trade Trey Turner if you're trying to win. I don't know why you would trade Wheeler, and I guess maybe you trade, Nola, but I don't know how much. You're pretty much just getting someone to eat the salary at this point right now. I don't know. Maybe Harper would be a guy, but I don't really see it. I don't really know what the purpose would be. You're trading Harper for what? Right?
Well, that's the thing. If you trade Harper, then you might as well trade everybody else too, because you're not.
Yeah, I mean,
trading Harper is kind of, I could be wrong, but it's kind of waving the white flag, right? You're not going to get actual players back in return for Harper for 2026.
Dude, I don't think you're even getting much prospect value return. I think you're getting the salary. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, the reason whatever the case is, you're not getting a player.
Yeah, you're not getting someone to help you right now, and unless the idea is you're relieving yourself of that. What does he do? Like $33 million? Yeah, and then you spend it somewhere else. Like you trade Harper, get some mid-level prospect back, not much of a return. You move off the contract, and you bring in Cody Bellinger, an outfielder that you much need, or Kyle Tucker, someone like that, maybe. But that seems like a lot of moving parts. Like that seems like a lot of things that have to happen.
It's also very risky, I guess, right? I mean, I guess you would have a plan in place as to who you're going to sign once you're relieved of this money here, but I don't know.
Only 27 mil, by the way. Only 25 luxury tax hit for Bryce Harper. Yeah. It's actually not that bad. The problem with the contract is, and why the Phillies would theoretically want to move off of it, is because he signed through 2031. But again, you're in a championship window, so why you're not trading him just to get off the contract right now, unless there's something you're spending that money on instead. I don't see it.
Well, and again, theoretically, being inside of a quote unquote championship window is with him performing at an MVP level. So if you trade him, then you essentially have closed your championship window, which probably not a good thing to do, just standard, practice wise. I just think that would be dumb. I guess I would understand why they would do it, but I wouldn't agree with it. And I think that would really suck. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah. And then of course Yankee fans feel the need to like get into this. Like, oh, Bryce Harper might be available. Let's get him.
Yep.
From the Yankees' perspective, let me just shoot this down right away. It makes absolutely no sense for the Yankees to go get Bryce Harper. Why would you do that? The Yankees have a left-handed hitting first baseman that hits the ball hard, that has a lot of upside, that's making the league minimum in Ben Rice. So you're going to bring in Bryce Harper for the late stages of his career, past his prime, when you have a hole in center field, or potential, or a corner outfield, depending on what happens with Bellinger. You have an awful bullpen, and you have a hole at shortstop. Like, it just doesn't, and a catcher. It doesn't make sense to let's eat up $25 million and trade a piece for Bryce Harper, and then we have nothing to do with Ben Rice unless you want to make him your catcher. There's just a lot of, it just doesn't make much sense for the Yankees. The Yankees need right-handed hitting. The Yankees need a center fielder or an outfielder. The Yankees don't need a left-hand hitting first baseman. That's aging. And the Yankees need less strikeout. The Yankees need more contact, less strikeout, not more strikeout. So, yeah, that doesn't make sense for the Yankees, but I get it. Yankee fans, there's like a hole in their heart for not getting Bryce Harper in 2018 or 2019, whatever it was. Like, they wanted him. They envisioned him for years. Oh, when Harper gets into free agency, we're going to get him. And then they trade for Stanton, and then they don't go after Harper because of that. But it doesn't make sense for the Yankees. Out of all the teams in baseball that could trade for Harper, it has to be a team that, like the Yankees financially, but it has to be a team that has a bigger need. It's just not the Yankees. And we both agree he's probably not getting traded.
Yeah.
All right. That was the fun Bryce Harper situation. You want to talk NBA? Sixers started, Knicks started. Knicks are 2-1. Sixers are 2-0. Real quickly on the Knicks, dude. You probably haven't been paying much attention.
I didn't know they lost a game.
Yeah, they lost to the Heat on Sunday. They haven't looked great. They look like they're kind of figuring out the system. They're shooting a lot of threes, which is what Mike Brown wants them to do. They're learning a new system. A lot of players are playing a little hesitant. Yabusele looks horrible in 3 games, by the way. Jordan Clarkson, I can't stand him. I knew I wasn't going to be able to stand him. I hate his game.
Really? Why? You hate just an inefficient shot jacker.
Yes, I hate that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play good defense. So yeah, I don't like Clarkson. He'll have really good games and even potentially win you games. He may even win the Knicks a playoff game at some point. So I'll appreciate it in the moment, but still the overall player I don't like. I don't like the inefficiency. But anyway, yeah, they're 2-1. They lost to the Heat. They put up 54 threes and made like 15. But they're learning a new system. They're getting up the floor quicker, starting the actions quicker. They're shooting more threes. I think the Knicks are going to be a great team. But again, I think me and you talked about it before, like not on the pod, and how I said I don't think they're going to finish as the number 1 seed because I think they're going to have a little bit of a learning curve with a new coaching staff. Plus, they're playing like 11, 12 guys right now. So, but yeah, I'm not, for the first time in a really long time. 2 things. I'm really excited for every Knicks game, but I'm also not very overly concerned about the regular season. I have that much confidence in this team that I'm not worried about the regular season.
All right, fair enough.
All right, let's talk about the Sixers. VJ Edgecombe, exciting.
Oh my God.
Embiid, the Sixers are treating Embiid like he's 60 years old in a wheelchair. But let's hear it. What are your thoughts on the start of the season?
Stop. First of all, the start, I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy. So not only, you forgot to mention this. I don't know if we've ever talked about this before, but yes, I hate the Giants. Not far behind the Giants in terms of teams that I hate. Number 2, I would say, is a close second is the Boston Celtics. So first game of the year. You hate
the Yankees more than the Celtics. Come on.
No, I don't. I hate Yankees fans without a doubt, dude.
Oh, you hate Celtics and the Celtics fans both.
Yes.
Okay.
So first game of the year, win at Boston, amazing, down to the last second. Second game of the year, very much another like come from behind win where Quentin Grimes hit a 3 to put them up with a few seconds left to go. It's been awesome. It's been so much fun. It's been refreshing. The team looks like they're having fun. They look energized. Embiid was very bad the first game back. He was pretty good his second game back. He's very much on a super strict minutes restriction, which is great. I think that's the right thing to do. Ease him back into it. He's got all season. Yep. And they've just been great. The backcourt is super exciting. Like you said, you can't wait to watch them every night. Like their must-see TV. The speed and athleticism of Maxey and Edgecombe has been jarring, and it's been awesome. And the shot making of Maxey, it looks like Maxey the first couple games has just taken his shot making up a level. And the speed, the pace, the movement I've been seeing again, it's only 2 games, but it looks, for the first time in Nick Nurse's tenure with the 76ers, like it looks like the old Raptors teams that he used to coach, where there's just so much ball movement and energy and hustle and getting in passing lanes and defense, and like just been awesome. Been so much fun to watch. And I mean, at the forefront of it is Edgecombe. I mean, I love watching Edgecombe. He is amazing. He's so good. It's always kind of jarring to see these hyper athletic NBA players, because like that NBA players are like the most athletic people in the world. So
the ones that are really athletic
with
the NBA,
the ones who stand out on the NBA floor is just incredible. And like, so, his first game ever in the NBA, He scores 34 points. It's the third most by a rookie in his debut game ever of all time. And he did like literally everything in that game. And he was also very good in the second game they played too. But just to kind of combine both games, he's so good. He's been bringing the ball up the floor a lot, which I thought was pretty interesting.
That makes sense. Let Maxey play up the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but he's also not like it's one of the things on him was like he's not a very good ball handler yet.
Who's pressuring him full court right now? Like that would have to be. Like scouting for that specifically to start pressuring him full court. Like no one starts a season like we're gonna pressure him full court. Like teams don't do that in the first week of the season.
Maybe, but if it's a close game, like it has been in the 2 fourth quarters, maybe. But anyway, they've given him a lot of responsibility. He's been able to thrive, and he has scored at all 3 levels. He scored efficiently. He's hitting his threes. He's driving to the rim. He's finishing well. Like the 2 big knocks on him coming out of college, which obviously everybody knows at Baylor, like, he wasn't a very good shooter at Baylor and he couldn't finish. I knew why, if you watch Baylor, they just didn't have the front court to be able to mesh well with his game. But it's interesting. VJ Edgecombe said on Paul George's podcast that he hated playing college basketball, hated it. His reason being was because there was no spacing. And now he's got real NBA spacing to play with, so his athleticism can really shine when he has all this space. And he's been dunking on guys. He's just been so much fun to watch. My favorite part about the Edgecombe experience so far. So over the past few years, the Sixers have kind of been like, they've been like loser mentality. Like they definitely get down. They don't have, they haven't really had a guy to fire them up and like bring that, like they haven't had a guy to look to when things are bad.
Like bring energy back.
Yeah, and like I love Embiid. I'm a big Embiid defender, but Embiid is mopey and he's a sourpuss. And sometimes when things aren't going his way, he's a mope. And this kid, my favorite part of the first couple games was they're down 13 points in the fourth quarter in Boston. They get a couple of points and they're down 8, so they're making a little bit of a push. It's still kind of halfway through the fourth quarter, and Edgecombe hit a shot, and the Celtics called a timeout, and then they showed the camera on Edgecombe, and Edgecombe was like firing everybody up back at the bench, like saying like, "Let's go, we're winning this game," and like that's just that I haven't seen that as a Philadelphia 76ers fan in a long time, and again, he's like 20 years old. He's a rookie, and it's his first game ever, and he's playing with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, and like he's the guy leading the charge, bringing the energy. So in on Edgecombe. I'm so happy that he's here. I can't wait to watch him every day. I can't wait to watch his career grow. I'm like so happy and excited for him. It's great. I know. It's so weird. So
no,
weird.
It's not that. It's
Flyers are winning games too, man. Everything is great. Everything's amazing. This is so
Flyers
good.
Are winning games.
Yes.
Aren't the Flyers aren't they like 3-3?
Hey.
4-3.
They won a shootout on Saturday against the Islanders.
I also said that the Sixers are 2-0, but as we were recording this, they're playing. So when this is out, they'll either be 3-0 or 2-1.
Yes.
Based on the score right now, 3-0, but we'll see. That changes quickly in the NBA. But yeah, okay. Let's overreact a little bit more. We'll check in on your VJ Edgecombe take every couple of weeks.
I love him.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a little much
until they lose one game. Then he's a bust.
It'll take you more than that for you to sour on him, but it could happen. As much as you love him now after 2 games.
But the thing that's nice about him is that I think he's got a very high ceiling, obviously, but I also think he has a very high floor. Like, I just think his athleticism combined with his motor and his basketball IQ, I think he's going to at least be a solid player in the NBA for a long time. He's a decent enough shooter, and he
I don't know about the
does
shooting,
like
but
well he does, well he's not he's a competent shooter. Like, I think when you have that athleticism and again basketball IQ, if you're just a competent shooter, like, you're gonna have a place in the NBA for a long time.
I think I look at his floor being high. I would look at it a little differently. I agree that his floor is pretty high, but I would say it's more because in the current NBA landscape, it's really important. If you're athletic and you can defend, then you're going to be a pretty valuable player if you could just go out there and defend wings and defend ball handlers and
Totally.
and then run the floor and get on the fast break. So just based on that, and then who knows what's going to happen with the rest of the team? But if Embiid and Paul George are healthy, I don't even know how that would all blend together. But at least he'd be they need a perimeter defender, and he could be that main perimeter defender.
Yep, I agree.
And then if things don't go well with Paul George and Embiid, health wise or performance wise, at least you have something to look forward to with a really athletic backcourt. Like, they're going to be in games. They're going to be pretty good at least.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to be in games, and I think the exciting thing for the Sixers right now is that you're at least optimistic that Embiid, especially after the second game, can get back to playing at a high level. Paul George, even if he's just like a good, like, solid floor spacer, 3-point shooter, wing defender, that's great. And then McCain coming back is great. Like, they're still very injured right now, even though they're playing pretty well the first couple games here. So, like the Eagles, they're going to be getting some reinforcements, and hopefully they could just continue to grow and mesh. And I'm looking forward to it. It's funny, every time they did something well, I kept telling you bad news. The Sixers won a game. Bad news, Edgecombe's really good.
Bad news, Embiid's healthy. Bad news.
Yeah, bad news, Embiid's playing. But I say that because it's bad news because I'm getting my hopes up for the Sixers, and I'm going to be crushed in the end.
You are going to be crushed in the end.
I don't think
you're going to be crushed.
I really don't, because I still don't, even with the first couple games going the way they did. No, I don't have very high expectations for them. So I'm honestly just looking forward to watching the young kids grow. And look, if Embiid and Paul George are healthy and great, then fantastic. At that point, maybe my expectations will change, but
they would change.
Right now, it's just fun. Yes, but right now it's just fun to watch a young team have fun. Young athleticism pop off the screen has been awesome. It's just been very refreshing. In the past few years, they've just been very slow and unathletic, and it's just, this is great. I'm having a good time.
That's good. All right, that's it. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Please give us a like. Please subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Sports and culture all